Human brain, 25 question ANS answers. What is the brain? The brain is the central organ of the nervous system, responsible for processing and coordinating information, controlling bodily functions, and enabling cognition, emotions, and behaviors. What are the main divisions of the brain? The main divisions of the brain are the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. What is the cerebrum? The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is responsible for higher cognitive functions, such as perception, memory, language, and conscious thought. What is the cerebellum? The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain and is primarily responsible for motor coordination, balance, and posture. What is the brainstem? The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord and regulates essential functions like breathing, heart rate, and consciousness. How is the brain protected? The brain is protected by the skull, meninges, protective membranes, and cerebrospinal fluid. What are the lobes of the cerebral cortex? The lobes of the cerebral cortex are the frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital lobes. What functions are associated with the frontal lobe? The frontal lobe is involved in executive functions, decision-making, motor control, language production, and personality. What functions are associated with the parietal lobe? The parietal lobe is involved in processing sensory information, spatial awareness, and perception. What functions are associated with the temporal lobe? The temporal lobe is responsible for auditory processing, language comprehension, memory, and emotional processing. What functions are associated with the occipital lobe? The occipital lobe is primarily responsible for visual processing and perception. What is the corpus callosum? The corpus callosum is a bundle of nerve fibers that connects the two cerebral hemispheres, enabling communication between them. What is the role of the hippocampus? The hippocampus plays a vital role in memory formation, spatial navigation, and learning. What is the amygdala? The amygdala is involved in the processing of emotions, emotional memory, and fear responses. What is the hypothalamus? The hypothalamus regulates various functions, including temperature, hunger, thirst, hormone production, and the sleep-wake cycle. What is the function of the medulla oblongata? The medulla oblongata controls vital autonomic functions like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. What is the function of the pons? The pons is involved in relaying signals between the cerebrum and cerebellum, as well as controlling sleep, respiration, and facial movements. What is the basal ganglia? The basal ganglia are a group of structures involved in motor control, habit formation, and reward processing. What is the function of the thalamus? The thalamus acts as a relay station for sensory information, relaying it to the appropriate areas of the cerebral cortex. What is the primary motor cortex? The primary motor cortex is responsible for planning and executing voluntary movements. What is Broca's area? Broca's area, located in the left hemisphere, is involved in language production and speech articulation. What is Wernicke's area? Wernicke's area, also in the left hemisphere, is responsible for language comprehension. What is the reticular formation? The reticular formation regulates consciousness, alertness, and sleep-wake transitions. What is neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to change and reorganize itself in response to experience, learning, or injury. What are neurons? Neurons are specialized cells in the brain that transmit electrical signals and enable communication within the nervous system. Thanks for watching.